Welcome to another exciting episode of You Must Be Joking.
Right?
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Welcome.
Did you notice I actually said it right this time? I didn't get all tongue-tied?
I'm still reeling back to when we had the on-air caller, and I was like, what show am I on? You're on.
Yeah, it kind of throws you, don't it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So how's your week been going?
Oh, it's been going fairly decently. Just making a lot of nothing. I did a bunch of baking this week. Made some breads, made some cakes, made some cookies. You know, keep us all fat and healthy.
Make the doors fit better.
Yeah. Found out that there are. It's in the because I cheated and I got some of that a name brand frosting. I don't know if it's Betty Crocker or not. I can't remember. But anyway,
so it's frosting, name brand, but you don't know which name.
I don't know which one.
Brand?
There's like 3, I think. Probably Kroger. That's not name brand. Well, it is. But so I'm on. Because I cheated, I didn't have the whipping cream, and I look on there and there's like it says there are some manufactured food products in here. I'm just like, aren't they all manufactured? But they're like trying to insinuate that they've created something special in that jar that is like unknown to man, I guess.
Well, it probably is.
Well, but I mean, people say things are unnatural, but if the molecule was there, even if we manipulated it, isn't it still part of nature?
Well, it may be part of nature, but not in its natural form.
Who's to determine that?
Well, they say that matter cannot be created or destroyed, but it
Right.
can be altered. Well, if it's altered through nature, then it's natural. If it's altered
But
by
aren't we
any other
natural?
way, no, we are far from natural.
So if we're natural, then we are naturally aligning molecules how we've decided. So
Yeah. So
it's not like we're pulling these molecules out of a foreign universe to ours, and in that way unnatural.
Well, I don't know. Anyway.
Deep thought.
Yeah.
It's all natural unless it came from absolutely somewhere else.
Which, would mean man-made, which would not be natural.
No, because we're here. This is natural.
Gasoline
We're
is not
only-
natural.
Sure it is.
No.
Yeah.
No, oil was natural.
So is asphalt.
Crude oil.
Diamonds. It's all natural. Just given you gotta give it enough time.
Cubic zirconia
See, but
is
we're
not
here
natural.
we're here to speed it up. But it comes from natural elements.
Well, true.
Yeah, it's all natural. Just because we realign these things this way doesn't mean it's not natural. It is no longer unnatural. It's no longer natural because we moved molecules in a way that it wasn't used to.
No, because natural would insinuate nature did it. We're not nature.
Well, we're from this planet.
That doesn't mean anything. And we can't even prove that.
I was born on this planet, so I'm from this planet.
You were born here, but humans maybe not. Maybe they were...
Present evidence, and I'll believe that.
Well, I'm just saying that maybe, because they were saying that the way that we ended up with our gravitational pull and the proper spin of the Earth and all this in order to keep the water and the atmosphere all on here to where it's a livable planet as we know it, okay, was because a space rock of some sort of iron, of solid iron, came in and it hit the planet at just the right angle, at just the right speed to give us the core that we've got with the spin on it that it's got. Okay, so who knows? Maybe the same thing happened. It was a comet that came down and that had a bunch of ice on it and everything. It hit. That's what gave us the water. And you could have been a descendant from some piece of pond scum that was in that one that peed, and then we became life after that, and so
Okay, well,
maybe
yeah,
we didn't actually originate from here.
but we came from the universe,
Yeah.
so we are of this universe, so we are naturally from this universe.
Then again, I
no
don't
matter
know if
what the origin story is, unless we came from outside of the known universe.
Okay, well, maybe
outside
we did.
outside, like
At the time,
somewhere quantum. If we came from somewhere quantum, then.
okay, now you're splitting.
But even
hairs
then, it's
of
natural.
hairs.
See, even then, it's still natural because we've discovered that there's more than just this. So just because there's more than just this doesn't negate the naturalness of the other.
Okay, well, that actually works into the conversation that I wanted to start off with today. Because you're talking about what's natural and what's not.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I tried watching a movie the other night, and it was a really funny movie, okay? And it was called Spy. Yeah. It reminded me an awful lot of Don Adams and Get Smart, okay, the original, okay. Except this one here was a female, and and she was actually intelligent, but she was very unsure of herself, okay. So the premise of it and everything, was she was normally the backup on a computer, helping other agents, and she was never in the field.
Logistics.
Right. And then all this, but everybody else became compromised, so she ended up having to go out into the field, without being sure of herself. And it was a very funny movie. Now, I thought that it would have been awesome, and in fact, it would have been fun just to sit down and watch that with my daughter, or something like that. Except for no explainable reason, all of a sudden they just start swearing and hitting the F-bomb like 9 million times, and it didn't even fit the movie. It was one guy ranting and raving, with Jason Statham, right?
Okay.
So he, and he just, it just goes on it, and then all the rest of the way through the movie, it's one F-bomb after another, and they didn't even come close to needing it, for the storyline. So my question...
Nobody needs it. They just like to say it.
Yeah, so my question to you is, why do they do that when it's totally unnatural in the conversations that they would have been having in the first place? There are other times, I
don't know. I didn't write the script.
Yeah, but that's the question.
It's the ignorance of Hollywood being passed on to the ignorance of the population. It's just a continued cycle of dumbed downness. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
It makes no sense to me. There have been other movies that I've watched in the past where the swearing actually made sense, and it actually added to the movie. A good example of that, and it was what do you call it? Tremors, the first one.
I've never seen Tremors. None of them. Not a one.
Yeah, the first two were awesome. After that, go to hell. But,
I've heard they're okay.
Yeah, the first two were great. In fact, the second one was actually better than the first one. Okay, it was hilarious.
It sounds like a lot of movies from that era.
Yeah.
Aliens was better than Alien. Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, but it just makes no sense to me why they're taking movies that could be family friendly and still have just as much or even more impact. And instead, they sit there and they take it to where you can't watch it with your kid. I would think twice about letting my daughter watch.
You make that decision, where probably thousands and thousands of others are like, "Oh, that's fine." See the difference?
Yeah.
See, it's in the parenting. It's completely in the parenting, because I personally know a lot of people be like, "Yeah, just saying the F-bomb. Who gives?" So,
yeah, who gives an F-bomb? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, well,
and again, it's the script. Who wrote the script?
That I do not know.
Because if it was like 5 or 6 different people, which it sometimes tends to be,
yeah,
this guy's like, "Oh, we got to spice this up, man. This is all just So, you know, the last guy on the script's just like, F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb. Let's make this effing exciting, you know?
Yeah. Except it didn't. That was the whole point.
But sometimes those people writing those scripts, they're in a dark room just writing scripts. They don't know what's going to be entertaining for everybody. They just try and shotgun it out to the biggest blast that they can.
Yeah, well, you know, back in the 80s, early, you know, and in the 90s.
Did you leave a Yelp?
No, not yet. I'm going to. I'm going to make some comments somehow or another to get it to them that this is ridiculous.
Funny that it's called Yelp because it just Yelp.
Yeah, like somebody stepped on your tail or foot. Yeah. I
got hurt.
But yeah, it just makes no sense to me. I mean, we quit watching DC Comics for the same reason. You know, the DC on TV.
Stephen Thomas says, "I sure not natural."
That's a fact.
Hey, you make me feel like a natural woman.
And I'm going to take his word for it because I don't want to know for real.
I got the boobs to prove it. Wait, hang on. Now we're going to get demonetized. So phobic, something phobic, right? Something
well, you know, Shania Twain, she wrote that, you know, I feel like
a woman. Hey, did you see Anne Hesh went ahead and crashed her car into a house and then went ahead and got herself all caught on fire?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting that so many cars are getting in accidents and catching on fire. It's kind of weird. But apparently Anne Hesh, who's may or may not have some trouble, either mentally or substantially dependently. Apparently, she may have allegedly hit a parking garage and then tore down the street and just right into a house where she nearly hit the occupant, and the house is basically destroyed by fire. She was in the car, trapped in the car, in the fire, got herself a little burnt up.
Well, it's strange because was it yesterday or day before there was a article about the SUV in a car. The car cut across the lane or something and was going exceptionally fast.
Yeah.
And they ended up in a head-on collision, and 5 people were dead.
There's a lot of those, man.
But I mean, it's just happening like every day all of a sudden.
Yeah, and a few of them are happening in Texas. What's going on in Texas? A lot of heat.
Well, kind of makes you wonder because, every time that there's a shooting, they start going, oh my God, we got to, get rid of guns.
I'm still waiting for that one.
Yeah. So what are they going to do now that all of a sudden all this is happening and people are dying in car accidents and motorcycle accidents are getting worse too?
Are they?
Yeah.
I've only, because I go down that rabbit hole on YouTube, but I've only seen a few.
There was one yesterday over in by Sumner, I guess, where a motorcyclist was splitting lanes. And I guess when the trucker that came by that talked to me about it said that there were motorcycle parts everywhere.
Garage
there were like
right
5.
Now.
Yeah, there were 5 or 6 different cars pulled off to the side trying to find the biker, out in the brush somewhere, and all this kind of stuff. And he assumed that it was a fatality, but I don't know, But it's a lot of this is starting to happen all at once. Yeah. So are they going to start trying to ban cars, motorcycles, or
they?
Just gas engines or electric motors?
You're going to own nothing, and you're going to be happy.
Well,
you're going to self-isolate and stay home and get your UBI, and you're going to be happy. You won't need to go anywhere. You just call and have stuff delivered.
Well, see, that ain't going to happen because I am married and I have a daughter. That means I've got to get out. I've got to get out.
Things you say right now with such strenuous conviction of character. Yeah, we all self-isolated when they told us to.
I never did. Pissed my wife off, but I never did. I had to go to work every day. I didn't get the whole.
I went to work. They made us put on all that shit, and as soon as they said get shots, we just like we're done.
Yeah, well, I never got mine either. And more and more news is coming out about that too. So we made the right choice.
A lot of freaky crap going on. Well, I'm waiting for the big shooting since they passed H.R. 1808. I'm waiting for the real big one that gets everyone, oh my God, we do need to ban the guns. so they can pass it through the Senate with no objections. Of course, again, the Supreme Court will shoot it down, and then the people will be told that the Supreme Court's not allowed to make law in the land, even though it wasn't law that they made. They just shot down a garbage law that infringes upon the Second Amendment, which is, by the way, the only amendment in the Constitution that says shall not be infringed, and apparently it's
Being
like
infringed.
a challenge. It's like a challenge. The First Amendment is the freedom of speech. The Second Amendment is protect yourself from everything. There's a reason they are number one and number two.
I agree.
Because if they weren't that important, they'd be like the 14th or 15th, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, don't forget you got to, you need guns or whatever. Oh. And don't forget, people need to be able to say things. Yeah, I say abolish the 16th Amendment, though. It's all about taxing the people.
Yeah, which they've just voted in a bunch of other crap about that today,
The
too.
inflation thingy.
Yeah.
The Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, we're going to put $364 billion into the infrastructure.
When? That's my question.
Yeah, well, the funny part is they're talking about it's 800 and some odd billion dollars that they're doing for this this bill, and then and that'll take care of 300 and some odd thousand or 300 and some odd billion dollars of our national deficit over 10 years. Now, I'm trying to figure out how that works, where you spend 800 billion and save 300. So, anyway, if you guys have a comment about anything that we're talking about, at the bottom of your screen, you will see the phone number, 253-254-6664.
I can't see nothing.
And you can go ahead and call on in and join the conversation. Or there's also some of the deals around here where you can actually chat in.
What?
We got some chats going.
Say hello.
Hi, how you doing? I'm stupid. How you doing?
So anyway.
Yeah, so it's just another day apparently. Whoop whoop. Yeah, so I've been watching this guy. He goes
You
around.
perv.
He's been going around California and mostly in Venice, it looks like, and he's asking people questions. Should we abolish Second Amendment? What do you think of Biden? What do you think of Trump? Abortion? All the questions.
Yeah.
And it's very eye opening. The
national opinions.
the ignorance of a lot of people is very. I mean,
when a few years ago, I would have probably disagreed with you.
it's just. I mean, it's baffling how people will allow this continued de-evolution of the United States. I mean, it's like, I think we have about 2 more generations till we're in complete serfdom and or complete chaos.
Yeah, well, there is some good news to that.
What?
I shouldn't be
Good
alive
news
by
to
then.
serfdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be alive by then, so it's not my problem.
40 years? Probably not. I think I got 3 good ones left, then 2 in diapers, and then I'm checking out.
Once I can't change my own diapers, I should probably just go.
No, just sleep in the bathtub, with the shower going.
I only do that when I've got food poisoning. It's coming out both holes uncontrollably. Oh, just stay in the shower with the soap. Oh, can't even cough.
That's one thing I can honestly say I am very proud of myself for. I have built up an immunity to most food poisonings. Like the other day, I think I had another form of it because, I felt a little bit nauseous and I ended up with, in fact, I had to leave your place a little bit sooner than I wanted to all of a sudden.
Well, I mean,
Almost didn't make it.
what some comedian said he's 24 hours from having had diarrhea or 24 hours before he has diarrhea. That's basically where I am. I mean, it's not, I don't like get food poisoning hardcore unless I really screwed up like one time I was at a club in the green room, and they were making drinks, and they ran out of tomato juice, and I was like, oh, there's one right there. Grab it, not even thinking about it's open on top of the fridge. Who knows how long it's been there? Floop, 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 boop, boop, boop. Next thing I know, I'm in the tub with the shower going for about 6-7 hours. So, but yeah, other than that, it's I what's the Rambo line? I eat things and make a billy goat puke. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you don't watch what you're intaking, woo.
Yeah, well, I mean, I ate a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have, and I got really sick more than once, but eventually it just got to where I quit getting so sick. And I can eat the same thing that others do, and they will end up just, all over the place and everything. I get a little bit nauseous, and I have to go poop a couple of times.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And,
I've got asbestos line colon. I'm good.
Yeah. I went to my second wife's mother's for Thanksgiving dinner once, and her mother made this big Thanksgiving dinner, and I smelled some of it, and it was like, that didn't smell right, And so, but I went ahead and I ate, and everybody else ate, and I didn't eat that much because it just didn't smell right to me. And later on that night, my wife, both of the kids were just sicker than hell. And come to find out, her sisters and her brother, everybody else was just sicker than a dog. So I'm trying to take care of everybody because, I'm getting a big mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but, yeah, I got lucky, All the crap I did in my younger days paid off.
Right. Yes, that's why I'm so pretty at this ugly old age. I took all the right preservatives.
Yeah. I'm still working at pickling.
Bro, I was watching the science thing the other day.
He's right, though. It is almost like it's planned.
Oh, it's all by design. Don't even kid yourself. So I was watching this science show the other day, and they were talking about, like liver transplants and how to help the liver and stuff. And so they've discovered a way or a thing, something they do.
Yeah, sauteed onions.
That not only preserves the liver when it's out of the body, but can also help rebuild some of the tissue. I was just like, oh my God, can you please fix mine? Just take it out, fix it, and put it back? Is that viable? I don't have enough money for that, though.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's all by design. I've been thinking about that pretty intensely since the other day, because, I'm not pro-Trump, but Joe, the guest, was.
Oh.
And it's not that like I said, I hate Trump for his practices as a businessman. I don't hate him for what he did with our government, because I think that it's still all by design, because he was best buddies with the Clintons until he decided to run, and all of a sudden their animosity is there. I mean, it's just like the WWF or WWE that he came from, where it's planned aggression, planned animosity. It's so I've picked this team or I've picked that team, and it doesn't matter who's on top. And by design, it feels like they gave us a worse and worse and worse option, and then it was like, oh, Trump, and they sold him to the Trump supporters as a hero.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they gave us an even worse with the Biden. And now it's so bad that they're like trying to get Trump back in. And what's that going to do? I'm wondering. What is that going to inherently speed up? Because once Trump got out of office, it seemed like they stopped keeping the quiet shit in. They just started, oh my God, we got to do this. It's like everything went on fast forward.
Yeah, except that when Trump got out, that's when they really started attacking him even more.
Yeah.
But a lot of other stuff started coming out.
But it feels like it's designed.
But now... I just read an article this morning.
He won the election, and January 6th.
It's just like they got to keep it alive.
Yeah, but I just read an article this morning that Trump is talking about in 2024 how he's going to, or what his plan is to even more radically drain the swamp. And all this kind of stuff, and the pictures that they had with it, and he just looks either constipated or pissed. I'm not really sure which.
All of the above. He's pissed that he's constipated.
That could be.
I'm always angry when I can't poop.
But it's so many
sedatives,
people.
it comes like a backwards.
Yeah,
pine
what I
cone.
don't understand is why so many people are going, let's get Trump back in there, instead of saying, let's get somebody that works back
It's
in there.
by design.
You know?
It is by design.
Yeah. We got options, you know, and like we've been saying back
No,
and forth,
well,
let's
I mean-
get rid of all the crap that's in there, flush the toilet, not just the swamp, but flush the toilet,
I think-
and then start loading it back up.
I think the
with
best
clean
way to
water.
drain the swamp would be when you have all 550 whatever of them in a big session, drone it.
Yeah, well, they'd drone it, but it'd just be photos. That'd be photo bombs all over the place. That's all, you know. So, but no, they don't have to kill them. All they got to
Yeah,
do
they
is
do.
just get rid of them. Get them out
Because
of there.
here's the thing, that is only a bandage. That's not fixing the problem. That's just a quick band-aid on a hemorrhaging artery. Because the people that are really in control
well, yeah.
are not sitting in that session, in that house
Yeah,
session.
so what good would it do?
It would like I
It'd
said,
make
it's a
you feel
Band-Aid.
better, but that
no,
would
it
be-
wouldn't make me feel better because we're still
I'm
lost.
meant to drone everything. You know, that'd make you feel better, but it wouldn't do anything to fix the
It
situation.
wouldn't make me feel better.
You know, so let's
What would make
just,
me feel better is very small government being left alone, more community outreach, things like that.
well, yeah, I'll go along with
Humanity would make me feel better, but as humans, we don't have any. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, that'd be kind of hard to find. Outside of my home and a few of my friends.
Because was it? There's Klaus Schwab. There's Yulvai Harries or whatever the hell his name is. Bill Gates, George Soros. These people are unelected,
No.
self-appointed, no accountability, no oversight. Yet they make policy for the world. Why? Why? Because they're billionaires? So that means they know what's good for everybody else? Or is it like George Soros and Klaus Schwab orate constantly that they want a closed system? They want the people to admire and work for their leaders, as opposed to the leaders working for the people in an open system.
Well, yeah, then that's what they've been working for a long time. Is just, you know,
Generations. It's an even longer con than the taking away guns.
oh yeah. But either way, I don't think it's actually going to happen. I think that
Well, not in my lifetime.
no,
Two more generations, man. Complete serfdom.
I don't really think so. I think that there might be a radical change as far as government goes.
Yeah.
That I think that the people will
from
actually
democratic
grab on.
socialism to complete socialism.
No, I think that I think the people will eventually have enough. You know, I mean, even right now, even China is a lot of their people have just had enough. They're saying, you know, piss on it, I want out.
Well,
And
in
so
China, they've got tanks in front of banks telling people they can't take more than 100 yen out at a time when they need 500 a day to live on. So yeah, there's enough. When they start parking the tanks in front of the big banks here, then we'll know that something's really up. It's like the gun thing. Are they taking away our guns? Well, yes. Are they coming door to door? No. But every new little bill they pass, oh, this gun is now it's grandfathered in. I can have it because I had it, but I can't give it to anybody. I can't sell it to anybody. I can't pass it down to my kids. So, you know, every little increment just takes a little bit more away. And we're just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't think the people will be willing to let it go that far.
I do because we've already let it go this far.
Well, yeah.
And don't get me wrong.
There's still a lot of resistance, so.
There's not. I mean, and I get it. I'm totally hypocritical when I say this stuff because it's not like I'm out there doing anything about it besides into the microphone. But I guess
even
it all
that's
starts with
something.
ideas.
Yeah, well, that's something, though.
I got an idea. We need to change shit. How would you go about it? Well, if enough of us get together, we can do it easily. But if it's just one of us at a time, then we're labeled extremist or terrorist or bigots or racist or blah blah blah. We're not going to make any kind of difference when they have the media on their side.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. Let's hear Mr. Steve's Civil War. Yeah, well,
Yes, it's coming.
yeah.
What we need is a revolution. What they want is a civil war, and they're going to get what they want.
Yeah, well, I agree with the whole idea of a revolution because that means we're all pulled together.
Against them.
That right.
Yeah.
Where a civil war means we're dividing up again. So that wouldn't be good.
Nope.
So anyhow, what do you folks think? Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
What do you want? Civil War or revolution? We're taking a vote right now. Civil War or revolution? What do you want?
Give us a call. 253-254-6664. Let us know.
And did you see Anne Heche burn up? That's a side question.
Well, in a very morbid joke, we'll just say, hey, she was really hot.
Well, she used to be hot, and then Ellen dumped her. Oh man, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can definitely see but that's the total chaos part, Steve. That's the total chaos part because as we devolve into our serfdom, there will be total chaos, and we will still continue to fight and kill each other because they tell us that we're bad to each other, as opposed to us aligning our thoughts to, hey, they say they're bad and we say they're bad. Well, look, we have to align ourselves against all of them bads. Yeah, I don't see it happening. I mean, I wish it would, but I'm prepared though. Got me a bunch of food. Got me a couple of water making machines. I'm all about it. What you got going on over there, boss?
Oh, I was just trying to.
Oh, you're looking to see if anybody's answering our question?
Yeah, I was checking YouTube to see if there was anybody.
Revolution or Civil War? Which one do you think we need? Which one do you think we're going to get? I think we need a revolution. I think we're going to get a civil war. I mean, it's pessimistic, but
Well, I don't know. There is one other option. You know.
Putin?
No. There again, we would have to flush. But no, we could join China. But
What do you mean join?
become part of the People's Republic. And I was just thinking. Instead of a civil war, and instead of a revolution, I think that this country would be better served with a severe enema.
Bill Gates is he's doing his best.
No, he's trying to sugarcoat too much. We need to take it up the crapper and just get rid of all the crap that's in D.C. and flush it out.
Yeah, well.
So once that happens, then the people that are pulling the strings on these
See,
folks.
I would go even farther, though. I would go all the way to, say, the mayoral status.
Well, I at this point, I wouldn't really worry too much about the mayors, but maybe the governors and up.
Okay.
Okay.
I can take that line.
Yeah,
It's
because
it's like cat, dog, there's a line, pig, chicken,
yeah. But the mayors, most people will be able to look at their own community and see what is going on and be able to actually affect changes by just working the area that they live in. Where from the state on up, okay, then it becomes much less transparent. So if like with Inslee here, if we got rid of him.
Well, look, if there was a flash change all the way down to governorship, where it was like they were, what?
If they all just disappeared.
Yeah. So
okay.
I would think that, because I'm sure that there's still council members and mayors and city deputies and people in the district and the counties that are still nefarious, we'll say.
Well, yeah.
But if they see that happen, what happened to them? Well, they were all bad, so they're gone. What are you going to do about it? Maybe they'll change their ways, maybe they won't, and then next thing you know, they're gone too. So.
Well, yeah, but also, if we like I said, flush the system all the way from the top on down through the governors, okay, that would leave so much exposed, because now everybody that's been pulling the strings on those people don't have those strings attached.
Well, that's what I'm saying with the drone strike. What does it fix? It doesn't really fix the problem. It's a Band-Aid.
Right, but it exposes the people that have been pulling the strings a lot more.
We know who's pulling the strings.
Yeah, but they can't hide anymore, because now they got to try and get those strings attached to someone else.
They're not hiding. They're not hiding anymore. They haven't been hiding since like 2000 with that World Economic Forum. They're just like, this is our plan. This is what we're going to do. Here's everything we're going to do as we're doing it. And we're just like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, my God, it got worse. Okay. Oh, my God, it got worse. Oh, okay. Okay. You know. And until we stop saying, oh, okay, you people who seem to want to just kill us all instead of helping us all, maybe we should change this. Until we say that, nothing's going to change. It's going to keep devolving.
No, that part I'll agree with John. So, yeah, anyway.
We're too complacent. We've been conditioned to be complacent. It's all right, though. Funny thing. I was looking at some stuff about drug use and what happens to, because they make so much of it. Where does it all go? Well, I mean, we pee it into the water, we flush it down the toilet without even taking it, and so there's trace elements of drugs in not only the water surrounding us, but also in the animals that we pull from the water to eat. So the docility is just
get the
happening.
right fish and toothache is gone.
Right. Yeah, I think you want an oyster for that, because the shellfish down there, those filter feeders, they're the ones sucking in the most oxycodone.
Yeah.
I don't know, that pill that used to make me work all day, and if I sat down, I was like, oh, just better stand up and work all day.
Yeah, but no, I know they've been talking about that for years.
Yeah.
They
But they haven't been talking about it for years. They mentioned it in 2000, maybe 14, and then 2018 is the last mention I've seen of it.
Oh, well, no, they were talking about it a long time ago, because they were talking about, how, we needed to quit, dumping it down our drains and flushing it down the toilets.
Because it's going into our
Because it's
rivers.
going into the water. And then,
why they have those
yeah.
plaques on the sewer systems around everywhere.
You know, this is going to a stream where fish you eat are going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just pre-seasoning.
I don't like fish anyway. No.
Yeah, now mostly it's the microplastics that are in everything.
Yeah, well, that's all right, because,
It's natural.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
made it.
And if we're filled up on plastics, we don't need to eat so many
Right?
groceries. Yeah.
Wasn't there a guy who ate a whole airplane one time?
I don't know.
Like the engine and everything, cockpit? I mean, like an airplane. There used to be a guy that used to do that.
I know that there
Ate a bicycle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know I've heard of people doing some weird stuff, eating things that you're not supposed to eat and will kill you to try it, and this kind of stuff. And I assume that if you ate an airplane, that your colon is going to be all screwed up.
This guy ate bicycles, cars, all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, well, I bet he went through an awful lot of X-Lax.
I bet he had to make a concrete colon so that when the glass and stuff came through, it didn't just slice him open and kill him.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's, people like that, I just don't understand. Why would you even bother?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was just doing it to make himself famous or he was just weird, because they've got that show where people eat weird shit.
Yeah, well, I
But
mean,
this was way before that.
yeah, weird food stuff. I mean, like really gross animals or something
No, I'm
like
not
that.
talking about Andrew Zimmer. I'm talking about these people that like sustain themselves off of toilet paper,
Yeah, well,
eating toilet paper.
Well, it is fiber,
Yeah, it is.
but yeah.
I've eaten a couple pieces of paper in my life.
What was on that, Mr. Leary?
Yeah, well, I guess actually it makes sense to go ahead and eat, to sustain yourself, as you put it, off of toilet paper, because that way there, when you go, you're wiping as you're going.
Yeah,
so
it's
you
all
don't
done.
have to worry about
one
it. Yeah.
one fell swoop.
Don't have to worry about that. It comes out.
Don't
clean.
need a bidet, don't need a night, nothing. Good, clean, go. Clean here, clean there. Barely need toothpaste because I just there with the toilet paper and go.
That's bad.
How much sugar is there in toilet paper?
Let's see here. Steve says, did the increase in our economy have a play in the plan to make us now losing that?
Did the increase in our economy have a play in the plan to make us now losing that? Can you define that, sir? Because, of course, everything has been planned out. I mean, the what is it? I can't remember the Reduction Act. What's it called? Interest? No. Inflation Reduction Act.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
one that they just
they
did.
create the inflation and then they pass these bills. It's all it is. It's a dog and pony show, so both sides can put money in their pockets and spend the taxpayers' money on frivolous shit that doesn't help the people.
Well, yeah, and right now and everything, it's actually just another way of them trying to sugarcoat themselves and make them. They're trying to make it to where they look more appealing than the other side, which really doesn't work anyway. But
The rise in all the goods and such. Well, I don't know. See, there's a lot of catchphrases out there like supply chain and food shortages and stuff. It's and really it's all about the more money they print, the less value our dollar has, and it's really reflected in gas prices, food prices. The fact that your wage does not go up but everything else does should show you that it's not the value of the dollar that is staying the same and everything else is changing. It's everything else is staying the same and the value of the dollar is changing. Every time we have a quantitative easing, we lose about maybe a tenth of a percent of the dollar's worth, but we lose it. We don't gain that back ever. We don't. Every time they print another 7 billion, 7 trillion, 100 trillion, it just the dollar's value dives and dives and dives. I bet you right now the dollar's actual value isn't even worth a nickel.
you're probably right.
And that again, it's still says $1, and I can still buy a candy bar with 3 of them now, as opposed to a nickel. But and that's what fiat currencies are. It's all about faith. You got to have faith in that money. I know that if I take this dollar to that retailer, that seller, he's going to take it, or she, or it, or they, or whatever, because it's usable for commodities right now. Still,
Yeah.
eventually it won't be.
Well,
Because I mean they've had like Nicaragua or Nigeria, like I don't know, maybe 40 or 50 years ago, but
there's
their
actually
money
a few places now.
their
that are
money
like that,
was
too.
so worthless that a loaf of bread was like a million of their dollar,
Yeah.
and so people couldn't eat. And again, that's by design, because their dictatorship of a government was taking everything of value and hoarding it away outside of the country. And it did take an uprising to end that, and they still, I don't think they've fully recovered from that entirely. And we're heading down that same path.
No, I agree with you on a lot of
Willingly.
it, but they have been also talking about backtracking to where everything is based on another commodity like gold, silver, this kind of thing again.
The-
And it is possible to go ahead and backtrack and make that, what it is. But
I don't think we'll ever get back on a gold or silver standard until the country collapses. Then we'll be forced to do it. And those who do have it will be able to actually barter for stuff, and those who don't, gonna have to, try and steal, and get killed. But that's, part of the Civil War thing, which is what they want. Lower population, easier to control.
yeah,
We're the ones that had everything, so if you want any of it, you're gonna have to do what we say. And if you don't want to do what we say, we'll let you continue to fight amongst yourselves until you've depopulated down to a more controllable number of people. Do you understand?
he's such an optimist.
I mean, why force us into a Green New Deal without having a plan that keeps the country functioning?
Well, there again, you're saying keeps the country functioning, but
Yeah.
it's not truly functioning. I mean, it is surviving barely, but
Well,
functioning is kind of a
Under
strong
Trump,
word.
we were surviving better than we are right now.
Well, anything would be better than Biden. And people that actually have faith in Biden, that scares
See that?
me.
See that? 4 years ago, people were like, anything would be better than Trump. And now it's all anything would be better than
Well,
Biden.
see, I wasn't one of those people that said anything would be better than Trump.
I'm one
Because
of those people that said, why?
don't forget, that who he was running against. I was saying that neither one of them was worth a damn.
Well, of course
But
not. I mean, it's
between the two,
it's the illusion of choice. Hey, you get to choose between these two. Why these two? Because we said so. Oh, so where's the choice? Thank you.
But
And we're just like, oh, okay. And it's really funny when they show, these many voted for this one, these many voted for that one, and these many didn't vote, and didn't vote always wins. And then people get mad at those people for not choosing one of the lesser evils. It's like, I'm all about it, man. If you don't like the choice that's given to you, write in none of the above or someone that you want,
Yeah. Well, what we need to do is actually prior to when they're doing the preliminaries, actually tell them no, these people are not going to be on the ballot. That's a joke. Okay. We need to actually force them to give us a choice of the people that we want.
Well, when they do those first conferences and they have the like 10 or 12 of them on stage.
Yeah.
And then they have the next one and there's only like 8. The 4 that are not there, probably the better choice.
Yeah, more than likely. Because it
the ones that aren't allowed even on the first one, those are probably the better choice. Simply because that tells you that they're already not towing
playing
the line.
ball. Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean that once they're in, that things might change, but that it happens. Power corrupts. It does.
Well, that's why there should be term limits. Why there should not be career politicians at any point.
That word shouldn't even be in our lexicon.
Not in anything other than a joke. The only career politicians there should be is a wife.
And I like the idea of, start wherever you start, but you can only go up. You can never go back. Should be an hourly wage based on the average hourly wage of the district you're supposedly representing. No raise unless you raise their hourly wage first.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Imagine that.
I just think that that a politician should get paid for what they do, but they shouldn't get paid for all the shit they don't do.
Take the money out of lobbying, because you can let those guys come in with their ideas for rules, regulations, bills, laws, whatever. Take the money out of it, though.
Yeah. Now the bribes get to stop.
Yeah.
So
if a lot of politics could be fixed if we took a lot of the money out of it.
Yeah.
And not a living wage for them, but none of the bribery, like you say, and none of the insider trading. We see that's
constant.
That's just constant. It's both sides. It's sometimes it's destructive for the country in that they're trying to pass bills that only benefit them.
Yeah. Well, the majority of the bills that pass, there's something in there that's going to help them make more money or give them more power. It isn't anything to do with most of what we need or what we want or what's going to benefit the country. So, yeah, it's just...
But I like the way political theater is becoming so predictable now.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, okay, well, these guys are trying to pass a bill, so we know that the other guys are going to oppose it, so that we'll have to be like, oh, those guys are horrible, they don't like this, or these guys are our heroes because they want to do that. And it always changes. Whoever's in control is the one throwing the bill into the face, and so it's just like, the Republicans have this great bill for corporations to blah, 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 and the Democrats don't want to do it. Oh, those Democrats are horrible. Oh, the Democrats have this bill that's supposed to help the veterans in hospitals, but the Republicans won't back it. Oh, the Republicans are horrible. They hate the veterans. No, it's wrestling.
Yeah.
It's all wrestling. It's all political theater.
Yeah. And theater is the proper word because it's all for visual effects.
It's all puppetry.
It's all visual effects.
Oh yeah.
You think Hollywood has them? No.
You want to watch your tax dollars just going down the toilet faster than if you had a boat sinking? Put on C-SPAN for a couple hours.
I haven't even watched main main media news.
Man, you watch C-SPAN for about 4 hours, and you'll just want to take your money out of the bank and stop paying taxes.
Well, I'd like to do that now, but
Well, I don't pay taxes. But I don't own anything, and I'm happy.
See, you're planning ahead. You're in a hurry to get
see,
to surfing.
I'm ahead of the game. I'm already a surf. I'm just like, where's my master? He's left me alone.
I'll be your master.
She went to work.
So you want to mow my lawn when we're done here?
Shit, no, I gotta mow mine. Actually, I'm half. Oh, no, that was you. I'm half expecting a call because I was doing a little bit of side work for my buddy who's got the remodeling business, and I'm pretty sure that because he knows every other week. That it's either Sunday or Monday.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that since he hasn't called, he's figured it out that this week is Monday, because I know that when I left Friday, because he was doing his tile job, real nice tile job, I was like, hey, I'll see you Monday. And he's like, oh, okay, man. So I was like, where the fuck?
Oh, well.
But no, I take Mondays off, man, because that's when I try and record this one, mine, and I'm going to start another one with those other guys. And if you want to come jump in on that anytime you want, man, you are welcome to come put your 3 5/8 cents worth in there.
I don't know. I don't even have 2 cents, I think.
You know.
I'm lucky to have any sense, actually.
It's that fractional banking.
There you go, yeah.
If you've got a penny, we've got a million of them.
But yeah,
that's another
it
thing.
was
I don't
fun
understand
coming
how
in
they
there.
get away with that.
It was fun coming into your show the other day, and different.
Yeah, it's just barking at the microphone.
Yeah.
No video yet. I've been thinking about doing it. I got the cameras, I got the setup, I got all of that stuff, but I'm having a little bit of issue with the producer going on over there. But I mean, he's busy with his life, so
Yeah.
I don't put pressure on him. I don't need to. I mean, I'm not. It's not like I got 10 billion followers that I have to appease every week. So the 3 people that watch my show or listen to my show, yeah, hey, it's a rerun. Sorry, they're like, oh, okay, good.
Yeah, well, I try to keep this from being reruns,
Yeah.
but no, that's actually doing pretty good, and we're actually getting more and more listeners each time. So thank you all very much.
Yeah, thanks.
We do appreciate it.
It's Gary and Crazy.
Crazy Gary and Veg.
Hey.
But it would be probably more entertaining for you guys if you actually started calling in,
Yeah.
and putting in your own 2 cents, or bringing up another subject that we happen to overlook, or whatever.
Because we always seem to turn to politics, but
Well,
we're in an age where
most of the time he's driving. Otherwise, I'd stay out of politics.
we're in an age where it kind of needs to be at least over here on the front burner, not on the back burner.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it might not. It doesn't have to be the main topic, and hash. But we should definitely continue to keep it in our ears and our eyes on our politics. I mean, that's the crux of it. We have set the government on autopilot. We did it way back before Reagan, and this is the culmination of voting for the lesser evil every time.
Yeah.
This is where we have let ourselves go. We didn't pay enough attention because we were happy. We were satisfied.
well.
And those of us
we weren't
that
as needy as we were prior.
those of us that were fine, satisfied, you and I, comfortable, we're not gonna go out and stand on the steps of the Capitol to protest stuff that we can't fully get behind. And when I say that, because I'm not gonna go down there and be like, trans rights are rights too, because you already have those rights. We all have these rights. Pretending that we don't is just a more political theater.
Yeah, I agree.
But yes, Anne Hesh burned herself. It's not a laughing matter. Oh, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, but I still do believe that going back to the very beginning of this program, that Hollywood should take a little more responsibility towards what they're putting out. and making things a little more socially acceptable.
Oh, bro, they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, to a
They're
point.
programming us.
Well, yeah, but come on, look around and
That's why
see
it's
what
called
they're
TV
programming.
programming.
Yeah, but if they want more people to watch, because there's a lot of stuff I just refuse to allow anybody to watch. In
I don't
my
have
house.
cable TV.
Well, I don't either.
I've told myself I don't watch it.
I mean, I'm about ready to just get rid of Netflix and all that because
I'm letting my Netflix lapse. As soon as the bill doesn't get paid, the it's gonna go boop. You gotta pay your thing. I must be like, yeah, nope.
well, we're probably going to end up canceling it because I mean, me and Belle, my youngest kid, we would sit down here and we would watch the DC comic movie shows. We like Supergirl and Flash and Arrow and this kind of stuff. But they always have to put adult themes into it instead of, so
There's
it's
adult
no longer.
themes, language, some nudity, and smoking.
Well,
What? Smoking is horrible.
There's actually more of a crackdown on smoking in the media or on in entertainment, in movies and TV shows, and drinking also now. They've gotten a bigger crackdown there than on drugs and on the swearing and this kind of stuff.
It's because that stuff makes them money.
Yeah, but it makes no sense.
It's kind of funny, though, that you mentioned about the smoking, because I've noticed while we still do watch some stuff that has those weird commercials about vaping, that puts metal in your lungs, bro.
Yeah.
I've noticed that the closed caption has now been super ultra highlighted. And it's like, wow, that's new. Why'd they do that? Oh, because they want you to stop using this product and turn over to that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it just, to me, it's just irritating. So.
Because, I mean, Marinol, you can get from the doctor, which is weed you can get from the fucking store now. Adderall is methamphetamines that you can get from the doctor. Methamphetamines you get from Billy Bob in the double wide trailer if he hasn't blown it up. What's the difference between the two? One's probably a little cleaner and has been prescribed to you by a doctor. The other one, the guy, hey, you want to get high? So
Yeah. Well, it's always kind of been like that. LSD, same thing.
yeah, the LSD story is kind of interesting. How the military bought just barrels of it.
Yeah. And then ended up with all the experiments and everything else going about it. And it was just,
MK Ultra,
yeah. Yeah.
Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just think that we need to start pushing our views. As a country, we need to start pushing our views and our opinions.
We have been. Haven't you heard of the spread of democracy? What's the difference between the spread of the Third Reich and the spread of democracy? Democracy has a better publicist.
There you go. But no, I think that we could actually, do more if we actually started forcing our values, our own values, against Hollywood and the record labels and against all the the government. Anyhow,
I agree. I agree that there is more we could do.
Yeah. So.
What happened? What was that?
Oh, that was to let us know that we were about out of time. So
Son of a mother of all toasted donuts.
You betcha.
How did we get this far and still not say a damn thing? None of it matters.
Because we're just
It's all
that
natural.
good.
It's all
We're
natural.
Just that good.
It's all natural.
But
Hey, thanks for sticking this far through the show. Whoever's watching, whoever's left watching.
yeah, and be sure, go ahead and you can email us, Gary@rubberchickenradio.com, Veg@rubberchickenradio.com. And let us know what you think or what you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah,
give
give
us a
us
little
some
bit of
ideas.
structure.
Yeah, if you can pull me away from politics, more power to you. Come on now.
Yeah, he's
That's
kind of
fair.
like, a one directional.
One trick pony, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't forget today's question: revolution or civil war? Which one do you
Or
want?
enema.
Which one do we need?
Or
or complete enema.
There you go. Yeah.
Can I please see the rectal camera?
Everybody gets a free colonoscopy.
Hey, if it's free, it won't be easy.
And don't forget also the Vegetable Soup Show on NWCZ Radio, our sister station,
Yeah, Tuesdays,
at 6 p.m.
6 to 7. Ooh, drive time almost.
Yeah. And then this show, again, is actually aired on their station at 7
Right
p.m. From 7 to 8. So,
Yes, sir.
you know.
So if you didn't get enough of us now, you can have some more of us later.
Or if you didn't catch it all, you can always catch that. Or you can go
Or
to,
if you've had enough of us now, you can tell people not to listen later.
yeah. Or you can also just go to Rubber Chicken Production and take a look at all the past episodes.
Oh, yeah. Check it all out.
Yeah.
We're there. Anchor, Spotify,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, you can see either just listen to them or you can actually watch all the videos there too, except for the one that we had pulled from YouTube.
Yep.
So,
Whatever we said, it was the right thing.
yeah, we are kind of proud of that. But thanks for watching anyway.